It's time to wrap up our WordPress course. I hope I've been informative and entertaining for you. But I wanted to do one last look at the steps to creating a good WordPress site. The first step is planning. You have to know what you want your site to be. You have to have an idea of where you want to go on the web. Once you have that, you need to think about security. You need to build your WordPress site from the ground up based around security. WordPress is a big target, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of hackers out there trying to get in, and chances are you will encounter them at some point. But I've given you some good guidelines, some good practices, and some good plugins that will help you keep your site safe. Next is installation and configuration. The installation is very easy. The configuration can be a bit more time consuming. But once you know all the tools and all the settings and everything in WordPress that you need to be aware of, you can do it quickly. You can have an idea of how you want to configure certain things like comment moderation, media display, and things like that. So once you've got your planning done, your configuration should be a pretty simple matter to follow. Next is content creation. You have to make good content. You have to write interesting articles. You should include as much interesting media as possible without overloading the page. Make sure you place some of your images on the right and some on the left. Use text formatting to your advantage as well. Any kind of break in the wall of text is a welcome addition to a site. And that being said, you should avoid walls of text. People see that and they get discouraged by the time that they will have to take to read that article. So while it's good to have solid information, you don't want to be too long-winded. Content propagation. You have to utilize social networks. You have to utilize pingback and trackback services. You have to utilize any tools that you can find, especially the repost plugin that I showed you. You have to use any tools that you can find that will allow you to get your content out to the people that may want to read it. Network. Find other WordPress bloggers. Get in contact with them. Share your content with them, have them share their content with you, and use that interaction to help both you and them grow your sites and become better sites. Get more views, get more readers. And once you've got all that figured out, you should have a very successful WordPress site. It does take more work than it sounds like it takes. If you're trying to use WordPress as your site that you wish to make money on and you want that to be your career, it's going to take even more time. So just be aware that there's a lot of work involved in creating a WordPress site and getting it to the point where it's profitable and fun and everything you want it to be to meet whatever purpose you have for it. WordPress is great for personal sites. It's great for business sites and everything in between. Its flexibility is second to none, and hopefully I've given you the tools and the knowledge that you need to go forth and create a great WordPress site.